YouTube FXG here with a PGA World Championship lineup in Mexico. There's no course history for this week, so it won't be too long of a video at all. It's just going to be basing off, top players and who you really like. But first, let's look a little bit into last week. This was the lineup that I had gave on my video last week. I only entered it in like a couple 25-cent, or no, only one of the 25-cent ones, and like a couple $1 and like $3 single entries, I think. Was able to cash in pretty good, but not nothing amazing with this one. This lineup, I have another lineup that did really well. I'll show you in a second. But as you can see, all these people placed pretty well. 478 points is pretty good. 604 in a quarter contest is actually, it's pretty decent. I mean, you don't win a buttload of money or nothing. As you can see, it was only $1.50. But if you would entered it in one of the single entries, I think the $3 or $4 single entry, it might have been the 3 max, I can't remember. You won like 25-30 bucks off of like a couple bucks. That's cool. And my other one, my good one right here, it's not much different really. There's only maybe 2-3 different players. Jonathan Vegas, that ace was just simply amazing. I placed 20th in this contest to win $200. It was a $12 entry. Really good. Just absolutely love the Vegas pick. I won't be too heavy. I'm not going to be very heavy in Vegas this week, or even in this main lineup I'm about to show you. So let's go ahead and get on with this week. My first pick is going to be who I'm going to be on him again. Tyrell Hatton. 4th last week. He does very well in the Euro. I think he'll place really well. Next to no chance of missing the cut, I don't think. My next pick is going to be all the way down to 7,500. Martin Kamer. 4th, the Honda Classic. Also did well. I expect him to do well again. My next pick is going to be Lewis. Not too many people are going to be on him, I don't think. I think he's going to be a bit of a sleeper and do well. Hopefully at top 10. My next pick, John Rahm. I like him, but he's going to be, I'm sure he's going to be pretty heavily owned. So I will not be heavy on him on my other picks though, on my other lineups I end up doing. I may not even roll with him in any other lineups just because he's probably going to be in between like 32 and 36% owned in some of these tournaments like the Birdie. The next pick is going to be Adam Scott, another really good player. Has potential to win it. I think him, and I think it's even possible for Rahm to win it, but I'm not really sure. I mean, it's so hard with this week. And Tyrell, and then my last pick also I think has a possibility of could win it, but probably not. He could easily just place second, like he did the Honda Classic. I really like Woodland, Scott, and Tyrell. Them are my top 3 players. And then if I had to choose a 4th, it's probably Lewis. I mean, Martin Kamer is going to be very heavily owned after that 4th place, and he's only 7,500. Vegas is all the way down here somewhere, all the way to 6,600. He could be an amazing sleeper. He ain't going to put up points like the Honda Classic, but he could easily put up 75, 85 points in the top 15 or so. JB Holmes is another guy that's extremely cheap that he's more than likely definitely going to make the cut. Just how well he's going to do. Also like him, I'm not huge on him. I just know a couple people I know like him. Russell Knox, after that massive disappointment last week that everybody was on, he was so highly owned. And then my last one, I'm going to go with a chalky person to make the cut is going to be Kevin Na, all the way down at 7,100. I'm probably going to make a couple lineups with him. I like Dustin and Henrik, but they're just pretty high in salary, and I feel like they're not gonna win, but they could. I hate to keep saying that. It's just that I'm not very good at choosing players when it comes to no horse history. Whenever they really shouldn't have even been playing here in Mexico. It seems like it was one of them political things, unfortunately, reaching into the PGA. Because if it hadn't, they would have done Donald Trump's course, which they're probably really kicking themselves for not doing that after he become president. Whether you like him or not, it would have increased the ratings by an incredible amount. He would have flew in probably by like helicopter or something. He probably would have been there just doing stupid shit or something, who knows. But unfortunately, that's not the case. I would have loved to have them done that case, at least course, because there would have at least been some course history, which is what I love. That's going to be it for this week. Should be doing NASCAR and MMA. I think that's it for the MMA, NASCAR. And speaking of NASCAR, that Daytona pick lineup I had was absolutely horrific. I made 3 different lineups, and the lineup that I had posted didn't win any money after all of them wrecks. Like I said when I posted the video, it was almost like a flip of a coin for some of these racers, because you just didn't know anything about the wrecks. There's usually not wrecks like that in the other races. So anyway, that's gonna be it this week. Peace out, guys.